Hello and welcome to Soul Steps. I'm David Gallagher. Quite a few years ago, our family was on a little trip over Memorial Day to visit some family members, and my two daughters were 4 and 5, and I'll try to not use their names to provide some anonymity for both of them. But one of them got in trouble at dinner, the older daughter, and the younger one asked me, "So, Dad, did you bring Mr. Spoon?" Now, our family believes in discipline. Yes, corporal punishment. On the backside with something other than our hands. So we had Mr. Spoon, and Mr. Spoon had a happy face on one side and a sad face on the other side. And we would talk to our daughters about what they had done wrong, helping them explain that there were consequences when they had bad behavior or made bad mistakes and choices. And so on this occasion, the younger daughter said, "Did you bring Mr. Spoon?" Well, I was pretty sure we hadn't, but I kind of left it open, and we get back to our hotel, and the younger one says, "Dad, you gonna spank my sister before she gets in the shower?" I said, "Honey, just leave it to me, okay?" And then I'm looking around to see if we had brought Mr. Spoon, and I'm not finding him. And the younger daughter says, "I knew you didn't bring him, but you know what? You can use your hand, Dad." "Please, honey, just leave it to me." Anyway, I was mildly amused at the younger daughter's great interest in seeing her older sister punished. Fast forward a year and a half later, my older daughter got into some trouble again and was caught in a lie, and it was clear that she had lied. And so I let her know there would be consequences, and I was talking to her about her poor choices. And then I feel a tap on my left hand, and I look down, and my younger daughter is holding Mr. Spoon just to be helpful to her dad. You know, this whole scenario with watching my younger daughter take some delight in seeing her older sister punished reminds me that sometimes in life we delight when others are in trouble, or we take some delight when they're being disciplined or corrected. And then on the other hand, when they experience good things and have some success or have some blessings poured out on them, sometimes we're not quite as happy for them as we should be. The scripture says in Proverbs 24:17 and 18, now this is speaking about people who are our enemies, people we don't care for. It says, "Do not gloat when your enemy falls. When they stumble, do not let your heart rejoice, or the Lord will see and disapprove and turn his wrath away from them." So we're not to gloat even when our enemies are suffering some punishment or correction or hardship. Romans 12:15 says, "Rejoice with those who rejoice, and weep with those who weep." That scripture got me to thinking that I think the mark of a true friend is a person who can adjust his or her emotions to the emotions of the people that they're with. So when our friends are rejoicing, even our enemies, really, when our enemies or our friends are rejoicing, we should be rejoicing. That's hard to do, especially when it's our enemies. It can be hard to do, though, when it's our friends. They can be experiencing some blessings, and one of our first thoughts can sometimes be, "Gee, I wish that was me, having that blessing, or this great success, or that great success." And so I believe that the sign of a genuine friend is someone who has the ability to adjust his or her emotions with the emotions of the people around them. And that when they're happy and they're up and they're celebrating, we are able to genuinely do that with them. And when they're saddened or they're down or they're going through some kind of correction or just terrible circumstances are happening in their lives and there's a lot of tears, a true friend is one who can join them in their sorrow. Doesn't mean you're crying your eyes out with them, but you are adjusting your tone and your behavior to match that which they're experiencing and going through. You know, today it really is a sign of God having His work in us when we're able to temper ourselves and adjust our emotions to what those around us are experiencing. Certainly, you know, when things are going great for us, we would want our friends to rejoice with us and our family. And when things aren't going so good, we don't want them singing songs to a heavy heart, as it were. So today, just ask God to help you. And sometimes if someone's around you celebrating and your first thought tends to be, oh, I wish it was me, do your best with God's help to shut that kind of thinking down and to trust that you, with God's help, can enter fully in to celebrating and rejoicing with them in the good things that are happening to them. And then be able to adjust when they're not doing so good. Be sensitive to them. Thanks for watching today. If you want to see other video devotionals and our podcast, you can go to soulsteps.org. There's quite a library of devotional videos and podcasts that you can watch or listen to. Thanks for remembering us in your prayers and in your giving. We're so grateful. And if you have prayer requests or things that you just want to share with us, you can write us at hello@soulsteps.org. Thanks, and God bless you.